Hey, welcome everybody to the Therapeutic Brother on the Big Brown Couch. I am your host, Eric Burns, licensed marriage and family therapist in the states of California and Nevada, and soon to be licensed in the state of Texas. If Texas could just hurry up and process a brother's application. So listen, first of all, thank you so much for your support of this podcast. I only try to get with you for about 10, 15 minutes every time I do one of these episodes, and it's about Black mental health. It's about Black mental wellness. So please like, share, and subscribe. Please share the podcast. If you like what I'm saying, if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, because it really helps with the algorithms of YouTube. So what I wanted to talk about, and I'm just going to dive right in because I got a lot of stuff that I want to cover in such a short amount of time. I kind of wanted to talk about the movie King Richard, which just came out, and it documents the story of King Richard Williams, and I'm going to call him that throughout. King Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena Williams, the record-breaking, phenomenal African-American tennis players, if you haven't heard of them. Okay, and I'm sure you have, because these women have broken records. These women have set these women have raised the bar when it comes to women's tennis around the globe. I mean, Grand Slam winners, all that stuff. And I remember when hearing about Venus Williams, because she was the one that first hit the scene, and being in the Bay Area at the time, she made her debut at the Stanford, I believe it was the Stanford Invitational, she was at Stanford. And I remember when she played, and I didn't get a chance to make it to the tournament. However, she was playing with these beads in her hair, and I was like, "Go ahead, sister, go ahead." King Richard molded his daughters and encouraged and pushed and inspired his daughters to absolute greatness. So as I heard people, and I haven't seen the movie, and I'm going to see the movie this weekend because I've been so busy. I plan on watching the movie this weekend, and the initial things that I'm hearing is that people were disappointed because the movie was more about King Richard and not about Venus and Serena. And I'm like, what the hell? So we can't celebrate Black fatherhood? Venus and Serena were executive producers of the movie. So that means they can tell their story however they want to tell their story. And I believe, as a mental health professional, we need to celebrate Black fatherhood. We need to celebrate Black men that are in the lives of their children. We need to celebrate Black men. We need to celebrate these kings that, yeah, despite the challenges that go with being fathers. I know for me, I never knew my biological father. I had a stepdad, and he did the best he could. However, never knowing my biological father did have an impact on how I perceived fatherhood. Thankfully, my children and I have a wonderful relationship right now. My children and I have a wonderful relationship. We talk, we laugh. Yeah, Shania, I'm going to Cash App you a little bit later. All right. Just can you give your dad some grace? All right. So it's important that we recognize and understand Black fathers that have been committed to the lives of their children. And what happens is, when we celebrate Black fathers, what it does is, not only does it build the self-esteem of the father, it also builds the self-esteem of the children. It builds the self-esteem of the children, knowing that their father is there, knowing that their father loves them and cares for them and will support them come hell or high water. That only makes the child better. That makes the child better. That gives the child a sense of purpose, a sense of empowerment, a sense of confidence, right? A sense that I know if something goes down, then my father is going to be up at the school. I know when it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, I'm going to step out the batter's box. I'm going to look over in the stands, and I'm going to see my father. If I'm playing in a tennis match or a football game or whatever, if I'm doing a piano recital, whatever it is that we're doing, when we celebrate Black fatherhood, the way Venus and Serena did, it makes a difference in the lives of our children. And I want to applaud Venus and Serena for celebrating their dad, King Richard Williams. Because when I first heard about this man, it was, and the media tries to portray these black fathers as extreme, as overzealous, as living their lives through living their dreams and fantasies through their children. No, what if they just want better for their children, and they want their children to explore other avenues? When I think about black fathers and the sports world, I think about obviously King Richard, but you also have the ball father. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, and forgive me, but this man, Alonzo Ball's dad, this man, built the Big Baller brand, and say what you want about this man. He has 3 sons playing in the NBA. The same can be said about Tiger Woods' dad, Earl Woods. May God rest his soul. Earl Woods pushed Tiger to be the best that he can be, right? And these fathers had a commitment to their sons, and they wanted their sons and their daughters to be the best that they can be. So let's celebrate black fathers. Let's celebrate black men that are in the lives of their children. And with that being said, I just want to give a shout out. Now, this list is long, all right? And I just want to give a shout out to the black men that I know that are fathers, that are trying to do the best that they can to be in the lives of their children. And I went through my Facebook page. I talked to other people that I know, that I've worked with, that I know they take pride in being wonderful fathers. So my kings, my brothers, my kings, I salute you. And here's the list. It's going to be long. And I want you guys to start celebrating black fathers. Don't wait for Father's Day. As far as I'm concerned, King Richard couldn't have come out at a better time with everything that's going on with black men in this country. The movie couldn't have came out at a better time. Let's build the self-esteem. Let's celebrate these black fathers. So in no particular order, all right, these are the black fathers that I want to personally celebrate. Antoine Burns, King Antoine Burns, I celebrate you. King Andre Campbell, I celebrate you, my brother. King Tyree Terrence Ivory, I celebrate you, my brother. King Michael Campbell from Chicago, Cuzzo, I celebrate you, my brother. King Michael Campbell from Southern California, I celebrate you, my brother. King Christopher Campbell from Southern California, I celebrate you, my brother. King Thomas Campbell Sr., I celebrate you, my elder. King Thomas Campbell Jr., I celebrate you, my brother. King Lionel Campbell, I celebrate you, my brother. King Stanley Everett, man, my heart goes out to you. King Stanley Everett, I celebrate you, my brother. King Eric Thomas, Easy, I celebrate you. King Eric Walker, Eric Thomas Walker, let me get that straight. Eric Thomas Walker, King Eric Thomas Walker, I celebrate you, my brother. King Antonio Ramos, I celebrate you, my brother. King Dr. Sheldon Jacobs, I celebrate you, my brother. King Andre Williams, I celebrate you, my brother. King Dr. Claiborne Lee, I celebrate you, my brother. King C.J. Jameson, I celebrate you, my brother. King David Toney, I celebrate you, my brother. King Leonard Means, I celebrate you, my brother. King Don Graves, I celebrate you, my brother. King Dr. Ambrose Carroll, I celebrate you, my brother. King Dr. Nathaniel Coleman, I celebrate you, my brother. King Reverend Benjamin Carroll Jr., I celebrate you, my brother. King Douglas Walker, I celebrate you, my brother. King Reverend Bruce Carroll, I celebrate you, my brother. King Toronzo Payton, I celebrate you, my brother. King John Thomas, I celebrate you, my brother. King Dr. Richard Hansey, I celebrate you, my brother. King Anthony Muhammad, I celebrate you, my brother. King Duran Aldridge, I celebrate you, my brother. King Dr. Clifton White, I celebrate you, my brother. King Stacy Wise, I celebrate you, my brother. King Dr. Eric Brazil, I celebrate you, my brother. King Dr. Arvon Petit, I celebrate you, my brother. King Kendall Turner, I celebrate you, my brother. King Brian McKenzie, I celebrate you, my brother. King Fred E. Rick, Dr. Fred E. Rick, I celebrate you, my brother. King Charles Scoggins, I celebrate you, my brother. King George Carter, I celebrate you, my brother. King Reverend Chris Williams, I celebrate you, my brother. King Craig Caldwell, I celebrate you, my brother. King Daniel Dugar, I celebrate you, my brother. King Howard Oliver, I celebrate you, my brother. King Darrell Scott, I celebrate you, my brother. King Kylan Patterson, I celebrate you, my brother. King Darren Patton Sr., I celebrate you, my brother. King David Petnaugh, I celebrate you, my brother. King Anthony Nathaniel Jr., I celebrate you, my brother. King Stacy Cooper, I celebrate you, my brother. King Marvin Jackson, I celebrate you, my brother. King Thaddeus Duncan, I celebrate you, my brother. King Jamal McGard, I celebrate you, my brother. King Timothy Hamp, I celebrate you, my brother. King Timothy Taylor, I celebrate you, my brother. King Herb Partlow, I celebrate you, my brother. King Ken Harris, I celebrate you, Undisco, my brother. King Tony Sadler, I celebrate you, my brother. King Tory Campbell, I celebrate you, my brother. King Kim Wilson, I celebrate you, my brother. King Lamont Young, I celebrate you, my brother. King Trevor Pope, I celebrate you, my brother. King Vance Barnes, I celebrate you, my brother. King Lance Britt, I celebrate you, my brother. King Leon Gage, I celebrate you, my brother. King Wendell Haynes, I celebrate you, my brother. King Willis Hickerson, I celebrate you, my brother. King Leon Patterson, I celebrate you, my brother. King Leonard Brown Sr., I celebrate you, my brother. Hey, I'm doing a lot of celebration here. King Marcus Thompson, I celebrate you, my brother. King Joey Grant Bumpus, I celebrate you, my brother. King Michael Reese, I celebrate you, my brother. King Ashman Odin, I celebrate you, my brother. King Pastor Darren Barron, I celebrate you, my brother. King Randon Roberson, I celebrate you, my brother. King Randy White, I celebrate you, my brother. King Revis Jackson, I celebrate you, my brother. King Richard Livingston Jr., I celebrate you, my brother. King Rob Glenn, I celebrate you, my brother. King Robert Adams, I celebrate you, my brother. King Rodney Dixon, I celebrate you, my brother. King Roy Worthen Jr., I celebrate you, my brother. King Sean Ross, I celebrate you, my brother. King Shahad Wright, I celebrate you, my brother. And Christopher Edwards Sr., may you rest in power, King. I celebrate you, my brother. I got you, bruh. I got you and I got yours. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. We need to celebrate Black fathers. We need to celebrate these kings that have stepped up. And if I missed your name, please charge it to my head. Please don't charge it to my heart. If you know a Black king that should be celebrated for his role as a father, his role as a husband, his role as a leader in trying to make his community better, please, please, please like and share and subscribe. Tag them in this video. Tag them in this YouTube. My name is Eric Burns, licensed marriage and family therapist, also known as the Therapeutic Brother. Kings, let's lift each other up, kings. Let's lift each other up. Queens, let's lift up these kings. Let's lift these kings up. King Richard, that could be any of our stories. That could be any of our stories. I celebrate you, my kings. Like, share, subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you think about what the Therapeutic Brother is trying to do. I'm trying to elevate, uplift, and empower my African American people in a difficult time. I love you all. I love you all. And remember, always, always be encouraged.